Thank you for watching our channel. Welcome. Kindly subscribe if you haven't and click the notification bell so that anytime we come with good content, you'll be able to get notification. We are so grateful for watching our videos and always, encouraging other people to subscribe. Our main goal for this channel is to encourage individuals in our community to be able to break into the tech space. And we are so grateful that for the past few years, we've been able to help a lot of people break into the tech space. We've mentored them, we've provided them resources. All that we want to do is to use these resources to also encourage other people. So let's welcome Doses Faludu. Thank you so much. He's the CEO of Bytech. Thank you so much for joining us today. So Doses, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Obviously, my name is Doses, the CEO and founder of Bytech Solutions. So Bytech Solutions is a business and technology firm that focuses on providing innovative technologies and solutions to the private sector alongside with the public sector. So primarily we work with our public sector clients, which is the government sector, and we've been able to use our innovation to improve some of the processes in the government. So as George mentioned, we also provide staff augmentation services to some of our government clients. So primarily what we do is so we source for IT candidates from various industries, healthcare industry, tech industry, so we're trying to help folks get into the market.
All right, Doses, thank you so much once for sharing that. So there are a lot of people who have taken trainings. They're looking for entry-level jobs in the tech space and cybersecurity, Scrum, and other areas. What are they doing wrong?
So my first response to that is, I've also come across a lot of people who have shared the same complaints of, hey, I've taken this class, I've paid a lot of money for it, but how can I get a job? And my question back to them is, how are you looking for a job? Because finding a job is a job in itself, right? I have a lot of folks that I've contacted, and when I ask them these questions, they say, hey, I only applied to 5 jobs, I only applied to 4 jobs. To be honest with you, if you're not applying to 20 jobs in a day, you're not even ready. If you're not applying to 20 job applications in a day, you're not ready. So that's the first part. So you always want to make sure you're applying and you're applying to the right jobs. And applying to the right jobs is the second part I want to talk to you about. I talk to my recruiters, and we have conversations about how best we can get qualified candidates. And when we post jobs on LinkedIn or Indeed or Monster, we tend to get a bunch of resumes. A lot of these resumes are not from qualified candidates, and they're not qualified because if we post a job for example, for a Salesforce developer, we have people who are in nursing and healthcare, people who are not qualified applying for the jobs. You cannot get a job that way. You have to make sure you meet the requirements of the jobs before you apply. So the second part is making sure that you're applying, to the right jobs. Then another important piece I want to touch on is applying with the right resume. You need to be able to have the right resume when you're applying for a job. We work with a lot of our candidates to help improve their resumes. Make sure they have the right qualifications, the right information, the right verbiage on their resumes to make sure that they're hitting all the key points for the jobs that they're applying for. So those are some of the few things I would share. Make sure your resume is very good. Make sure you're applying to the right jobs. Make sure you apply to more than 20 jobs a day. And I think those are a few things that you can do to get your foot in the door as quickly as possible.
Well, thank you. So people are applying for the jobs, their resumes go, they are getting the jobs. They are getting the they call out for interviews and all that, but they're doing a bunch of interviews and they're still not getting that dream job or that entry-level job. As a recruiter, what do you think, again, they are doing wrong?
So people are doing the interviews and are not getting the callbacks, correct? So meaning they've gone through the first phase, they've maybe had a face-to-face interview. What could they be doing wrong? A lot of times, how you prepare yourself for the interviews. How do you prepare, yourself for those interviews? Have you gone through a bunch of questions? Have you gone through mock interview sessions? Mock interview sessions are very key because that gives you time to actually express yourself as if you're doing a real interview. So the more you talk about your skill sets, the more you talk about your qualities and your experience, the more comfortable you get when you're actually doing an interview. So I think mock interviews are very key to getting comfortable with doing real interviews. So that's a point. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. What are some of the opportunities out there for individuals who want to break into the tech space, but they cannot afford, they cannot get any affordable training or resources in our community? Because as you can see, people are training people, but it doesn't come cheap, and they are charging a lot of, sometimes the fees that they charge are not affordable.
Yeah.
And there are other people who are struggling. They want to be able to break into the tech space.
Yeah.
You've been in a technology space and a businessman, and you've run a lot of organizations in here in the US. What would you advise individuals like that to what other resources that are out there that you want to recommend to individuals like that?
Yeah, thanks. So I would say, I definitely could attest to some of the, problems that a lot of our, folks are facing when it comes to finding jobs and, getting into the IT space. Obviously, as we know, there's a bunch of boot camps, training programs going on that could be a little bit expensive. But I would also like to mention that, there are a lot of resources within the states, programs within the county programs that could help with, providing, workforce development resources, training resources to help individuals that are looking for jobs. So to be specific, Montgomery County actually has a program called Workforce Montgomery. PG County also has a workforce development program. I don't remember the name right now, but I know in all states, in the 52 states in the U.S., every county or every local government has a workforce development program that is set up to help job seekers find employment, to help find available resources, to help get into the IT space. And what they do is, they would actually help pay for your training program. I know for the county, for Montgomery County, they're able to help pay for your certification programs like your PMPs, your C++, your Scrum certifications, CISM, any of the certifications that you're looking to get, as an IT professional, they can help pay for this program. And I think it's really beneficial because not everybody has the $5,000 to pay for a training program. So if you could tap into that resource, I think a lot of people should do that.
Thank you. Do you know how some of these programs that you've talked about, the workforce, somebody is watching this video and said, okay, I want to get some of those opportunities. What's the requirement for individuals like that?
There's no requirements that that pretty much could stop you from getting these resources. What I would say is that the first thing, obviously, if you're looking to get into the IT space, you need to be committed. You need to know this is really what you want, because you don't want to get a certification that you don't really know what the benefit of that certification would be. So I think before before you go into trying to get these resources, you should try to see what do you really want for yourself. Like I tell a bunch of folks, if you want to, get into the IT space, you need to be committed. You need to know that this is something that you really want. Now, once you've done that, it's just a matter of calling up your career development program agency and letting them know that, hey, I'm a job seeker. I'm looking to get employment. I'm looking to get into the IT space. These are the certifications that I need. If you've done your research and you know what you really are looking to do, for example, if you've known that project management is something that you're passionate about, or data analysis is something that you're passionate about, or you being a developer is something that you really love, you need to look at what certifications are needed for that, for that job market. And once you do that, these organizations, like I said, Workforce Montgomery, or any other workforce development organization, they would be able to pay for your training and pay for your your certifications.
Thank you so much, Joseph. That's why we are here. We just don't want to give you information. We want to provide you the solutions. So we're going to share some of the workforce link in our description so that you can just click and go there. There are a lot of resources out there. They will help you pay for your trainings. They will pay for your certifications, and they will actually help you in your job development process. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. And just to add one more thing to that, as I mentioned with Workforce Montgomery, what they do is, like I said earlier, bridge the gap between employers and job seekers. And so the resources that they have for job seekers, likewise, they have similar resources for employers. So why is this beneficial? Because they have a program called On-the-Job Training. So for employers who've hired folks from the county and are looking to train their staff, you could actually get reimbursed up to 90% of the training cost. So if your staff is looking to get certification in AWS, in AWS or Salesforce, or learn how to use Tableau or any of these tools out there, as an employer, you could know that your training is going to be reimbursed. So I think these are resources that could be beneficial. So tap into your workforce development agency. Every state has a career development a program, and these programs all share the same goals, which is provide economic benefits to the citizens. So you just need to reach out to your county or to your state and see how best you could tap into some of the resources that they have.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you so much for watching our channel and watching our videos. We are so grateful. So Joseph has shared a lot of good information with us. And I just want to add up, there are a lot of resources out there that you can tap into. There are a lot of opportunities out there through workforce. We're going to share the link in our description section. Click on that, reach out to them, speak with them. There are a lot of trainings out there that are for free. There are certifications that are the state, your county. Reach out to them. If you live in the United States, not only in Maryland, not only in Virginia, all the states, Workforce will help you achieve your dream. Our goal here is to provide you information. But the information alone is not going to help you. We want also to be able to provide you what we call solutions. And that's why we are talking about some of these things. Once again, if you're struggling and you don't have the money to pay for certain classes, you can actually reach out to Workforce. They will pay for those classes for you. All that you need to do is to take a step, act on it, speak to somebody. As we always say, look for a mentor. If you don't understand something, reach out, read, and I can guarantee you, you'll come back and say that we share good information. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We are grateful. Kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that anytime we come with good content, you will be able to benefit. The pie that we are building, we haven't even started baking it yet. We want everybody to be able to tap into. Support your friend, reach out to people, mentor them. If you're already in the tech space, don't play the individual's game. Doses took his time to speak with us. He's a busy guy, but he got the time to come here or to come to our channel and share this good information. How many of us know about workforce that we haven't told other people? Right? He knows about it. He's sharing it with people. We need to support one another as Africans, as Black people, as human beings. And if you're in Africa, if you're in Kampala, if you're in Luanda, Accra, Kumasi, if you're in Lagos, Abuja, in Kaduna, Senegal, which African country that you find yourself in? If you're in the university studying technology, IT, cybersecurity, anything in the technology, reach out to us. If you're watching this video, you're in University of Ghana, maybe you're in University of Cape Coast, you're studying computer science, information technology. If you're in Nigeria, you're in Kenya, you're studying information technology, cybersecurity, anything in technology. Start looking into resources that can support you so you can become competitive globally. So that when you get opportunity to travel to any country at all, anywhere in the world, you don't need to go back and restudy. You can just plug into it. The excuse of, oh, they haven't taught us this on campus or in college, is gone. Let's take the initiative. Thank you so much for watching our channel. We are so grateful. Kindly subscribe. Click the notification bell so that anytime we come with good content, you will be able to benefit. Thank you for watching. Remember, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next episode.